Hello, Ms. Bustri. My name is Pato. Number 23, the F2 class, and my friends is Ahnaf, number 26 or 27.
Number 26 from class 11 F2.
Okay, so in this occasion, this video, we'll be doing the practice for our podcast. Our topic is international pressure versus national sovereignty in environmental policies. So let's just get started.
I'm be the host and Pato be the.
Source person, I'll be the guest star.
So let's go start. Hello everyone, welcome back to our podcast. Today we're going to talk about an interesting and important issue is international pressure versus national sovereignty in environmental policy. Especially South Indonesia protects globally environment demands all its own national interests. I'm here with my special friend, is Pato. So let's get started. Pato, can you explain first what exactly is the dilemma faced by Indonesia?
Okay, so first, it's been an honor for me to be invited on your podcast. Okay, so the first thing is yes, of course. So Indonesia is currently facing a major dilemma from two major sides. Now, the first side is the international pressure, the global agreement like the Paris Agreement in 2015. They urge us and they push the third world country, including Indonesia, to reduce carbon emissions, protect forests, and adopt environmentally friendly policies. It's basically we do everything more eco-friendly. But on the other side, Indonesia still depends heavily on natural resources like nickel mining, coal mining, the palm oil, etc. Now, why this matter? Because the technology and the policies for the eco-friendly is still on the initial stage and still need a lot of research and manufacture, which is need a lot of fund, a lot of budget. While we still are still a developing country, so we have to also maximize our potential in natural resources.
It sounds like a complex situation. So basically, Indonesia is able to go green, but at the same time, still need to grow economically.
Now, exactly. So the main problem, like stated before, is the technology and the policies. Because Indonesia's current technology and the infrastructure aren't really designed for something eco-friendly, and therefore they are not ready for environmentally friendly processing. Now, another issue is that if Indonesia follows the global environmental standards too quickly, like the technology, the policies, and the rules, the other things, it could slow down the economic development because it requires enormous funds. But if we ignore them, it could cause a serious environmental damage, which affect our sustainability for the benefit and the condition of our nature, which is our own identity. Because if our nature is destroyed, then we could possibly we have.
I see. So this a real threat between development and sustainability. Do we have any real evidence or data that show this pressure?
Wow. So for the pressure, so yes, of course we have. For example, a 2026 news report from the Reuters shows that global infrastructure are pushing Indonesia to reduce deforestation and improve environmental standard in nickel mining. Now, this is the main evidence, and this is a strong evidence that international pressure, especially in environment, is facing us to Indonesia. And also, according to the Guardian news, Indonesia still relies heavily on coal as our main energy source our main energy source for power plant and electricity in Indonesia. And that's a big problem because Indonesia it will make us more difficult in converting or to transition from the fossil fuel which is dirty to much clean fuel or a renewable energy.
Very interesting. So international actors are pushing Indonesia to change, but Indonesia still depends on this industry. What about environmental impact with inside in the country?
Now, there are also serious environmental concerns. So, for example, according to another news, this one from AP News, mining activities are threatening the marine ecosystem in Raja Ampat, in areas like Raja Ampat. You heard news about the news like a couple months ago about the certain mining sites that became viral on the internet, and it threatens the marine ecosystem, and that's a big problem because Raja Ampat is one of the most biodiverse marine ecosystem in the world.
I know Raja Ampat. It's really beautiful. I wanna go to Raja Ampat. It's like heaven in this earth.
I know, right? And that's a big dilemma because if we keep this uncontrollable exploitation, it could affect to our nature. For example, Raja Ampat. Now, however, government is also taking action. They are not silent. So Reuters reported that Indonesia fined dozens of palm oil and mining companies up to $2.3 billion US dollar for illegal activities in forest areas. So this implies that Indonesia is still care and not ignoring the environmental protection completely.
It's a really important point. So Indonesia is trying to balance both sides. Now let's talk about your opinion. Based in this situation, do you think Indonesia should prioritize global environmental demands or its own national development?
Well, in my opinion, although it is quite controversial, but Indonesia should prioritize its national development first. Why? Because Indonesia is still a developing country, while the other country that push us, this case is international, that pressure us, is from already developed country like the United States, European country, etc. They already had a big fund, and they have much more time and chance to developing the research and the technology and the policies for the more eco-friendly things. And while Indonesia is still a developing country, we have funds, but we still need to maximize our industries. In this case, is the natural resources to get a big fund, and then we can continue to develop the eco-friendly policies and technologies.
But does not risk the environment even more?
Yes, indeed, and that's why we don't support the uncontrolled exploitation. Instead, we believe Indonesia should develop our industries while also gradually our technology and system and our procedure to improving the sustainability both from the nature, the environment, and our profit. In this case, the economic. So, for example, the government should invest in better and cleaner technology. So, for example, for the coal, Indonesia already doing, and Indonesia is gasifikasi. So they basically converting the fossil fuel, in this case the solid coal, to the gas product. The gas product is much cleaner, produce much cleaner fuel, although it's still a fossil fuel, but it's much cleaner, and that shows natural resource can be processed in a more environmentally friendly way. Now, I really wonder about your stand, about your opinion. Since this is a very controversial opinion, I'm actually both sides, but has a really good arguments to be compared against. So I really wonder. What do you
Honestly,
say?
I agree with you. I practice national sovereignty because Indonesia is a developing country. It's not developed country. It need to grow economical and to people. Many people living. So when we not grow, they will die. But when Indonesia needs this industry like palm oil, nickel, coal, and all of mining.
Yeah, because that's our potential.
But I'm not agree with deforestation. I'm agree with the go green. So I prioritize national sovereignty, but not make the land is crushed.
Broken, damage.
Damage the
I see. So it's damage environment. I see. We're in quite the same page, and that's also the reason why Indonesia should not blindly follow international pressures, but also should not neglect the environmental responsibilities. Now, the key solution is to develop the economy is we get gradually doing transition from the old technology, the policies, to a much more eco-friendly. But we're not doing it in a sudden change. We're doing it on gradually on one industry, step by step, and we do it to another one by one industry. And also, we also have to enforce the strict laws for environmental violation more firmly, just like mentioned before.
that makes a lot of sense. So to conclude, Indonesia is facing a real dilemma between international environmental demands and national development needs. And based on our discussion, we believe that Indonesia should prioritize its own development, but still commit to sustainability by improving technology, like you said, and enforcing environmental protection laws.
Yes, because at the end of the day, we cannot overlook the sustainable development from because it affects to our environment, which is our identity and our economic growth. Is quite important because that's really a crucial step for following the international demands in eco-friendly things, and that's why that's the best way to ensure that natural resources can continue to benefit the country in the long term.
Alright, that's all
So today.
for today discussion. Thank you for listening. We hope this help you understand Indonesia environment dilemma better. See you next time.
See you next time. Thank you for listening. Anjay, gila 13 menit.
Pate.